Any question you want to ask? No question. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. Now, students, this assignment was on the return value of the fork. Fork returns different values in parent and child. In parent, it returns you see, is the screen is stuck? Some students should type the number on the screen. Some student should type the number on the screen. That is correct. Now, yes. One student, not all. Now, let main ID is 34, child is 78, and window is 45. What is the output of the given program? We write it. Wrong. Till now, no one is. Yes. Harshvardhan is satisfactory. Forget about it. I am at present. What is the output? At present, I want to look at the output. We shall be coming on P also. Yes. That is what the way I want, the way Sohadeep has written and Harshvardhan has written. Ayush Anand, writing like a stroke is not correct. Tarafdar, I have written the IDs. Why are you using your own IDs? Very simple. As such, what is going to happen that a main ID is 34 and window ID is 45. B 34, 45 and B child ID is 78 and its father is 34. The order of the last two lines may exchange. This is how the things will take place. Okay. Now we see, try to print the p value also. Now tell the output. Now tell the output. In place of B, I am writing K. Tell the output now. We are talking about the return value of P.
So please scroll.
Acha, scroll. Very good. In the main, the value of P will be 78 and in the child, the value will be 0. Fine. Now we further proceed. The return value of the fork may be used to identify who is parent and who is child. How? P equal to 0 is child and P is equal to 1 is parent. So we write it here. If P equal to 0, then of course now writing about P. Now let mains ID is 34, child is 74, window is 85. When main dies, when a process dies, it is adopted by a process with ID 59. Under these circumstances, tell me what is the output. And you give the times also. Time also. At time t equal to 0, A 3445 is printed. After that, at the same time, A K 78 and 34 are printed. At the time t equal to 2, K 78, 59 are printed. Agreed? They are printed in the separate line. They are printed in separate line. If you remove slash n, then they are printed in the same line. Yes. Now we shall see this output is depending upon the operating system to operating system. At present, we are using program Z editor. Now, when we shall use another editor, let us see this editor. This is, what is the name of this editor? GDB editor. Which editor it is? Yes. What is the name of this editor? Let me see. this thing GDB. Yes, it is GDB. Try to use GDB editor and execute it. Let us see what output do you get. Let us see what output do you get. Execute it on GDB editor and observe the output. Yes. Observe now output. Why? Do you know the reason behind it? No. When main dies, yes. Here, when main dies, his children also die. Is it correct? Yes. When main dies, the children also die. Now, how to get the correct output in this case? We shall write like this under these circumstances. No, it only follows for main, not for others. Not for others. It only follows for main. Now, no, that is other thing. Let us do it in this manner. Otherwise, we shall not be able to see the adopted process effect. Let us see it in this manner. If fork not equal to 0, sleep 10, 100. Let us put a long sleep here. Now observe the output. No, 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 no. Because if we shall put weight, etc. at the end of the main, then we cannot see the adopted child. Adopted child. We want to see the adopted child also. Is it correct? Let us not do weight, etc. If we put weight, parent will remain live. So we cannot see the adoption. But here we can see the adoption. Is it correct? Yes. Here we can see the adoption. Because the main process is made to sleep for 100 seconds. Observe the output of this now. M and K both will be printed. Main will sleep for long time. Its child will be created, which will print A, and the grandchild will be printing M and K. So here we have to make some other assumption. Let main is 12, child is 34, grandchild is 78, main is 12, child is 34, main is 12, child is 34, and grandchild is 78. Okay. इन सबके नंबर 78 and adopting process is 59. See the effect of it now. Very good. That is correct. Gyan has written the correct answer. Write now the correct answer. Others should also write the correct answer. Write it in the terms of numbers. Here 40, what is 45 here? What is 45? 45 has no role to play here, Utkarsh. No, Abhiraj. First line creates a child and main process sleeps for 100 seconds. Now, the child process prints A and creates grandchild. The grandchild prints its own ID and its father's ID, that is child's ID. Now, after time t equal to 1, the child dies and the grandchild is adopted by someone else. Abhiraj, it is clear to you. Is it clear to you now? Abhiraj. Why? Child has died at time t equal to 1 and the grandchild has died at time t equal to 2, Abhiraj. What are you? Why the grandchild will die when the child dies? You can at most say when the child dies then grandchild should die. No, this holds only for the main. When main dies, then its child, grandchild and everyone dies. But it does not hold for others. When a main child die, then the grandchilds don't die. Because, yes, if you execute this in Ubuntu, then you will see that the output will be coming after the cursor. Some output comes after the cursor. When main dies, cursor comes. And child's grandchild output after the cursor. Now, as Juman had asked, why only this effect is with main only? Because cursor is under the control of main. As soon as main dies, cursor comes. On this editor, further output doesn't come. And in Unix environment, output comes after the cursor. Any more doubt, Juman? Or any other person has got any other doubt? Yes. No. This was only true with these hypothetical numbers. Once we execute it, you see 1 is coming. Harshvardhan, is you clear? Here also it is 1. I have written a hypothetical number 59. Is this correct? Yes. I have written a hypothetical number 59. Any more doubt? And every person should see it on GDB editor. Few programs don't execute on program Z editor, but they execute on GDB editor. Siraj, you are fully correct. Now you execute it on GDB editor. Every person should execute it on GDB editor. Execute it. Observe the output in GDB editor. Execute it. I am giving you time. All people should execute it and observe the output. On GDB editor, not on program Z editor. Execute it on GDB editor, black editor. Because other programs we shall see on black editor only, they will not execute on white editor. GDB editor should be used, because for next 1 hour we shall be using GDB editor. Few programs don't run on program jar editor. Good. Start GDB editor. And meanwhile, those people who have done it, let us see what is the output of this particular program.
Sir, you need to scroll down.
Oh, I need to scroll down. Yes. Correct. Aviraj is correct. Okay, who is Aviraj? And Aditya, you are saying outer bracket is missing in if statement. This you may be talking about one particular compiler only. Is it correct? In general, it is not required. Maybe that on few compilers it is required, and maybe that in most of the compilers it is required, whatever you are saying. But as far as syntactically is concerned, okay, I have corrected it. Do you understand why in one case condition is true, in another case condition is false? Do you understand it? In case of I, condition is false, but in case of J, condition is true. Yes. Okay, I will explain. You see, I is equal to 2. I plus plus greater than 2 is false. Hence, everything is false. Whole condition becomes false. P and Q. When P false, Q is not done. Do you understand? Now, J condition. J equal to 2. J plus plus greater than 1 is true. J becomes J is 2. J becomes 3. Now, J plus plus greater than 2 is also true. Agree? Gupta, do you agree now? Do you agree? Now, so do you realize that P and Q may be true and Q and P may be false? So you should be convinced that P and Q and P are different. Every person is agreeing with this. Because J plus plus means J is taken as 2. J plus plus will make it 3. Now J plus plus is also true. And J becomes 4. Is this correct? Agree? Now tell the output for this. Yes. Harshvardhan, you are correct. P and Q may cause different actions. Yes. That is always true. Important part is this. Why they are different? Because here P is done first. Jumman, I cannot understand what are you saying.
सर
हाँ, कौन बोल रहे हो?
अज्वजुमन
Hmm?
अज्वजुमन सर
Ajwal, yes. What is your problem?
so here in our problem actually P and Q and P, like we are in comparing two equal quantities, right? It is being modified by that comparison during that
That is
comparison
correct. Yes,
itself.
during comparison they are getting modified. Yes.
So that's why that closure property is getting wrong, right?
I cannot understand. Slowly you will understand on your own. What is a closure property means?
Actually, like this P and Q and P is like why they are in getting equal values is because of that modification only, right? Commutativity.
No, they are not getting equal values region. We evaluate P. If P is false, we don't evaluate Q. Do you agree? Even if it is true. Now, here we
Yes.
evaluate Q first. Suppose Q is true, but Q modifies few variables so that P also becomes true. Understand it? So Harshvardhan, which
Okay.
Harshvardhan, the answer commutative is wrong. It is always commutative, but how they can be different? Let P is false and Q is true. So we come out since P is false here. Q is true, we try to find out P also. But in the process of the computation of Q, P which was previously false becomes true because the value of the J have changed. Do you understand it? Jumman?
Yes, sir.
Fully doubt is fully clear or anything remains?
Yeah, it's clear, sir.
It is clear. ठीक है. That is correct. Nilanjan is fully correct. Is it correct? Yes. Any more doubt? Same thing was happening here also. I plus plus is false. Fine. I becomes 3. Fine. And second condition is not checked. Here, j plus plus greater than 1 is true. J becomes 3. Second condition is checked. So j becomes 4. So the output of this particular program is first condition is false, S. Second condition is true, U. The value of I is 3. The value of j is 4. Do you agree? Every person. Any doubt till now? No doubt. Now we come to this. 0 is false and non-zero is true. Is it correct? Now, what happens? P equal to fork and fork. What it will do? First fork creates. Suppose initially there was a main. First fork makes child. In child, the value returned is 0. So entire P becomes 0. Hence, second fork is not done. Only for main second fork is done. That is correct. Only 2 processes will be created, but what are those 2 processes? So we have 3 processes now. Main, child 1 and child 2. In main, P is non-zero. In both child, P is 0. Any doubt? Any doubt till now? Write down a similar answer for this. Write down a similar answer for this. How and what are the value of Q? Wrong, Tushar. Tushar, you are wrong. Tushar is wrong. Tushar is wrong. That is correct. Sadiq is correct. And what are the values? No, Gyan, I am not satisfied with you. Gyan, I am not clear. It is not clear. Why Q is 1? Wrong. Abhiraj is wrong. Harshvardhan is also wrong. Even your computer output is correct, but I consider it wrong. Nilanjan, no. First fork, main child, child 1, and second fork, child 1, second fork, it is not clear. How it is child 2?
The second fork is executed for child 1 and then child 2 is created. Means it is grandchild of.
That is correct. Who is speaking, Nilanjan? Who are you?
I am Nilanjan, sir.
That is correct. But you wrote child 2. Child 2 is wrong.
Okay.
Roshan, main is forked. What is C? But what are the values? Which child? Q is child ID. Child Q, grandchild ID. Gyan Ranjan, you type it and see what happens. I think you are applying the knowledge of COA. Gyan Ranjan, type it. You don't get it like this. Okay, so child 1 is child. Yes. Juman, have you understood it? How it is happening? And tell me the value of Q. Yes, because in OR opposite happens. In AND, when first condition is false, second is not evaluated. In OR, opposite happens. Somajit, you are wrong. Somajit is wrong. There is no child 2. Somajit, there is no child 2. Gupta, you may be correct. Theoretically, you are correct. But practically, you execute it and see what happens. How you are telling this, Sarik? Yes, after execution. Okay. But why you gave the answer which you gave sometimes back? From which logic you gave this answer? Okay, fine. Fine. Now we proceed further. We proceed. We come. There is nothing like second child. Aditya, there is no second child. First child creates grandchild, but there is no second child. There is no second child. Because it is supposed to come out to be true. So one is true. But why it should come out as a child? Tell me the logic behind it. Is it correct? It can give any true value. It can give any true value. So one is one of the true values. Is this correct? Yes. Why not 0, 1, 1? Why not other combinations? But why it should be child ID, you tell me. What is the logic behind child ID? Where I have written for a single fork, not with fork and fork. Where I have written, Roshan? In assignment, you said it should be child ID. Where I have written? I have not told it should be child ID. Theoretically speaking, you are correct. Probably I might have taught this similar thing in COA. No, it does. No, Nilanjan, you are wrong. No, I don't agree. So that is why I'm saying it is or. It is or. When first fork is true, second is not done. In the main, first fork is true. In the main, first fork is true. Is it correct? What else is your doubt?
Sir, my question is, in the main, when the first fork is true, it is getting out, and then if we print Q, then its Q will be printed first, because for its child.
No. Suppose here we write down a print Q statement. Maybe that the main has become over. Afterwards, it was so slow to do the printing, and child can further proceed and complete its work. And then what happened? It created grandchild also, and grandchild and child are able to proceed before the parent can do anything. Is it correct? Technically speaking, anything can happen. Maybe that the parent is very slow. A slow processor has been assigned to the main, and a faster processor has been assigned to the child. Theoretically speaking, this can happen. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Now we shall have a 5-minute break. And after the 5 minutes break, we shall start with GDB editor only. Five-minute break. That is correct. Yes, I mean this only, Roshan. You see, the problem will be coming. What will be the value of py in the main, Harshvardhan? Y will take some garbage value in the main. Do you understand, Harshvardhan? Roshan, your question is not clear. That is correct. Roshan, Q is equal to fork or fork. This created slight confusion. Yes, in case of Q return, in case Q returns 0 or 1. No, here the Q will not return 0 or 1. Here Q will be 0 or child. Q will not be 0 or 1. No, Q is equal to fork. You see, Q equal to fork is in a bracket. So Q will be either 0 or child. Is it correct? But if we write P equal to this whole thing, then the value of the P may be 1 or 0. Is your doubt clear? Clear. Very good. Very good. Clear. Now, students, you start GDB editor. How do we start GDB editor? See the method. Type online C compiler, then online editor, online GDB. Click it on this. Now, type this program into this GDB editor. Type this program and execute it and see what happens. Execute this program. Execute this program and see what happens. We are now coming on files. That is correct. Have you executed it? Execute it. That is correct. fopen is a system call. It is a high level system call. And this is known to you much earlier. In first computer programming course, this has been taught to you. It is nothing new. Today we shall be talking about the low level system calls. Is it correct? Yes. Not the high level system calls, but low level system calls we shall be talking about. Is it correct? Execute it and see what happens. That's correct. Now observe the output of this program. Observe the output of this program and see what happens. And I think one more header file is required. Tarafdar, it is not clear to me what are you saying. Opened a file tree in write mode and wrote. Could you see this thing in the file? Tarafdar, now you see the next thing and observe it, what happens in the file. Shahrukh Khan, have you seen it? Yes, very good. Now you make the changes. No. Does it give the errors? It is only giving you warning. Fine. Yes. Fine. Now you do this. You do this now. Forget about warning. Ignore the warning. After ignoring the warning, you write it. Correct. Now let us see what is the reason behind it. We shall understand the reason of that. Yes, we shall understand it. Initially, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H is written into the file. This has been done initially. Location of A is 0. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the various locations. Is it correct? Yes. Now, LSEEK takes the file pointer to 0. LSEEK takes file pointer to location K. Have you done the inclusion of this fcntl.h? Have you done the inclusion of fcntl.h? Is it giving you the error warning? I think it will be giving you warning only, not the error. Yes, we shall teach you slowly and slowly. 3 is the file descriptor. And I will take a separate class on the file descriptor. You see, I have seen your code. You see, I am trying to execute your code here. It is running. Maybe that it is giving you warning, but it is running. Yes. We shall see when the first file is opened, it is opened in the file descriptor 3. Second file is opened in file descriptor 4. All these things we shall study slowly and slowly. Meanwhile, let us proceed. Is it correct? Yes. Yes. Similarly, we shall teach the concept of the buffer. We shall teach buffer. You see, whenever we were writing for programs, almost every time we wrote /n. And if we write printf a, then fork, then we see that 2 A's are getting printed. Why? Because it is because of buffer. The role of 3 I will be teaching you slowly and slowly. Okay. Yeah, yes. Warning had disappeared. Correct. Warning disappeared. F plus clears the buffer. Is it correct? Yes. In very short, let me tell you what is F plus. What this program is supposed to output, can you tell me? Don't execute it. Tell me the output of this. Yes, yes, yes. It will be the same. It will be the same Unix OS compiler. It will be the same. And now you execute it. Execute it and see what happens. Execute it. You will find different output. Yes, I will let you know. I will let you know. And it is not the same when F plus is not used. You are correct. Yes. Yes. Harshvardhan, you are wrong. Double A will not come. Double A cannot come. It will be AB, AB. Double A is never possible. Harshvardhan. No, Harshvardhan, you are getting only AB because of this. Yes, because you are using this. You put sleep on afterwards. Even with sleep on there is a danger. Even with sleep on there is a danger. You use this program editor. Yes, because of buffer. Let us execute it. The reason is this. Yes. No. And in GDB only AB can also come. Because in GDB only AB can also come. Only AB is also possible in GDB. Because A is put into buffer. When process creates child, then the buffer is also copied to the child like any other variable. And B is put in the child buffer and A was already there. So parent and child both print it. But here, if we write F plus, you see, we have got AB, AB. But here, if we write F plus, now let us write F plus. So what happens? Now it is getting corrected. Let us see what happens in GDB. Nilanjan, buffer is not so easy thing to be taught. Buffer will take 2 classes. Is it correct? And I will be talking about the buffer a little bit later. Okay? I simply mentioned it here. Now, when we are using it, GDB editor, then only AB can also come. You see here, only AB has come. Because in the previous program, /n was used. Pranav, when the /n is used, then buffer is automatically cleared. Is it correct? That is why the problem was not there in the previous programs. Pranav, is it clear? Yes. In GDB editor, only AB can come because parent is also printing AB and child is also printing AB. Maybe that the parent is fast and the parent dies. Child doesn't get a chance to print. Yes, fully correct. When /n is executed, then buffer is flushed and the new line is also printed. Is it correct? So it does not only f plus, but it prints the new line also, Roshan. Is it correct to you? Any doubt? Because there is a reason sleep one will not become helpful for buffering. Is it correct? Sleep one, because of sleep one, what happens? Sleep one will stop the death of the main, but it will stop the death of the child also. Suppose we write here, if p is not equal to 0, then sleep one. Then AB is guaranteed. Reason, main will certainly die at t equal to 1. But when the sleep one is applied to both of them, then AB is printed at time t equal to 1. Both are in the buffers. Maybe that the parent buffer is first. So child doesn't get the chance to print. Is it correct? Here the output is supposed to be only AB. It cannot be single AB. Is it correct? At time t equal to 0, child prints, and in child time t equal to 1, main prints. No, Gyan, no. When sleep, because sleep one is getting applied to both main and child. Do you understand? Sleep one is getting applied to both main and child. Yes or no? So both main and child die at time t equal to 1. Suppose main prints AB and die, child will not get a chance. Do you understand? Jan, it is not clear to me. What are you saying? First of all, you should not say main. Yes, here. Before main dies. Parent is a general term and main is specific. Is it correct? Yes. Let us see. What does LSEEK do? LSEEK takes the file pointer to location 2. Now, let us further proceed. Now observe the output of this program. Observe the output of this program. I am making a little bit more changes. Observe the output of this program. Do you understand the reason? Here file pointer is at the location 5. 5 minus 2 is 3. So file pointer is at the location 3. So at the place of dy is written. Is it clear to you? No, it is needed. It is needed. Who is saying it is not needed? Pranav, it is needed. Because LC does not move the file pointer in case of negative numbers. What is X? What is X? X is getting used for high level open calls. Later on, X is getting converted to 3. X is not a file pointer. X is not a file pointer. One thing should be very clear. File pointer is not directly visible to you. File pointer is in file description table. It is not a file pointer. Is it correct? Yes. fopen does not return file pointer, though many books write fp equal to fopen. Is it correct? But this is not a file pointer. It is a file handle. Is it correct? Which is a pointer to a location where file pointer, buffer pointer, file descriptor, etc. are stored. Is it correct? Yes. In the books, you will find fp equal to fopen written. And maybe that some book also mentions that it is file pointer. fp is file pointer. No, it is not a file pointer. Is it correct? It is not a file pointer. Last 2 is the number of the letters. In place of 2, if we write 1, then only y will be written. What is last 2? Last 2 is the number of the letters written. In place of 2, if we write 1, then what will happen? Only y will be written. This will write in the file yz at the location of file pointer. It will write in the location of file pointer. Value of the k is the value returned by this. What is k? K is the current file pointer minus 2. This is k. K is, you see, this returns m plus file pointer. M is minus 2. So file pointer minus 2 is returned in k, and this takes the file pointer to k. So both these statements combined decrease the file pointer by 2. What is your doubt? No, that will be taught to you sometimes else. Is it correct? That will be taught to you in great detail, not at present. In great detail, we shall talk to you sometimes else. Is it correct? Yes. Fine. Now, we further proceed. We further proceed. Now, make a file you right in that file put do not use fprintf and write. How we can do this? Please ask more questions, students. Please
So
ask
you
more
said
questions.
LSEQ mein we can't put negative numbers.
Who has told you these things? Because you are 50% correct. Who are you?
I'm Pranav.
Pranav, you have read this thing somewhere?
No, sir.
Then how you told that we cannot put in negative numbers in LSEQ? No, in which? LSEQ, LSEQ, you see, we have put the negative numbers. LSEQ -2, we have put it.
No, sir. Just moments ago you mentioned that we
No,
cannot
I
put
am not
negative.
saying that again. If we put negative numbers, then the file pointer doesn't change. However, the
Okay.
value is returned after that. Is this correct? Well, suppose we would have put here +2, then there was no need of LSEQ 3k seek set, that the file pointer will be +2. But once we put -2, the file pointer doesn't change. So value of k minus the file pointer comes here, and then file pointer is taken to k with respect to initial position. Is it correct?
Sir, can you explain once again? I did not understand.
No, what I am saying is this: inside LSEQ, if we put negative number, then file pointer does not change. Is it correct?
Okay, sir. And what happens to K? Like, what does it return?
Because the LSEQ always returns LSEQ 3k seek set will return. LSEQ 3k seek set will return the will take the file pointer to location k and will make return k also. LSEQ 3m seek current will return m plus file pointer, and file pointer will go to a garbage place. Is it correct? If m is negative, if m is positive, then file pointer will be going to m plus file pointer. Is it correct?
Okay, sir. Got it, sir.
No.
So here it
Any
went
more
to
doubt?
garbage. That is why we had to put LC, that line number 10.
That is correct. We have to put because
Okay.
it was negative. If it were not negative, we don't have to put it. And on some systems, it works. In some systems, it even works with negative also, file pointer becoming negative. So in that case, line number 10 is not required. But that is true in Unix system. But nowadays, Unix system has become very rare. Even in Ubuntu, Unix systems are not there. Linux systems are there. And there it doesn't work. Is it all right? Yes. Ubuntu. What
Sir,
else I have done?
can you explain the line once again? Int k equal to LSEQ 3 comma -2 seek current.
Because seek current means current position with respect to current position. File pointer is decremented, is reduced by 2. But it does not do reduction by 2 of file pointer. It returns file pointer -2. Is it correct?
So the
F
file
file
pointer is still at position 5.
क्या चीज?
File pointer is still at position 5 even after that
File
line.
pointer, you see, no. Because of this, file pointer may even be a garbage location. If you don't put line number 10, then YZ may be written at garbage location also.
Okay, so it will take the garbage value of k.
It will take garbage value. Yes. Is it correct?
Okay, okay.
Yes. Any student has got any doubt? Sarasdar, don't use F-puts also. Printed it or going to the file location? Yes. Okay. How to do this question? We have made a file, opened file U only. Afterwards, we don't use anything. We run this program. So a file U is created in which nothing is there. When I type, you see, sometimes these things come. How to get rid of this? Someone can help me? Now, we go to the file U and we physically type Hari Prasad. Is it correct? Is this method clear to you? In GDB editor, you have to use this method. You have to do physical typing. Is this correct? Because Aditya, I am teaching you how to create files in GDB editor. In Ubuntu, etc., you can make your files by gedit, Notepad. You can use these methods. But in editor, how do we make the files in editor? We always execute this program. This is a standard program which should always be available with you. Let me type this program. This program should always be available with you. Is it correct? Yes. And you should always be using this program. What is the problem? You see, you don't have to save the file. Now you go to you and you write Hari Prasad. And afterwards you again come back to main. Is this correct? No, it is not required Control S. It has automatically been saved. Control S is not at all required. You typed it and it has been saved. It has been saved. Is this correct? Yes. Any doubt? So we have made a file U. Now we shall try to write down. This is a standard program. Always keep it with you for GDB editor. Now, let us proceed. If students, Gyan or some other students can help me whenever I type this type of thing comes, how to get rid of this in GDB editor?
So press the space bar and then back button, it will go away.
Then press, what should I do?
The space bar and then backspace.
No, that is all
What is
right.
happening is when you are typing that M, it is prompting some other. Yes. So
No,
now
I
type.
don't
Sir,
want that it should ever prompt anything, anytime. Autocomplete is
sir,
probably
switch off
autocomplete.
autocomplete.
So how to do no autocomplete?
Sir, do full screen.
Eh?
Click on the full screen of this window.
Where should I click?
Sir, remove this call stack one. Like you just click on it and drag it to the
All
right.
stack. I have clicked
Remove
on
this.
Eh?
No, sir, just drag this and
Drag it.
move it to the right. Slide, yeah, slide
राइट
it right.
क्लिक मैंने कर दिया, ठीक है फिर
सर नहीं इसके एज पे जाइए. एज
इसके किस पे जाएं?
एक लाइन है ना सेपरेट उसके ऊपर
लाइन है, ठीक है फिर
उसके ऊपर हवर करेंगे. नहीं 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 वो लाइन नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है, हम तो बाद में बात करते हैं इसके बारे में, ठीक है.
Sir, you have to make that call stack smaller. When you hover over the edge of that, the call stack, the edge, the
call stack is there,
left
then
edge.
what should, eh?
Not on call stack. That window is there, na? Call stack, local variables, registers.
हाँ,
That
local
window.
variables की window है इसके अंदर.
That you have to make it smaller by dragging with the edge. हाँ.
हाँ ऐसे.
You drag it.
small कर दिया, ठीक है. फिर
हाँ.
तो वहां पे एक आई दिख रहा है ना सर.
हाँ 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 आई आ रहा है. फिर
सर आपके
इसमें
फुल स्क्रीन कीजिए, पहले फुल स्क्रीन कीजिए, सेटिंग आएगा आई के बगल में.
अच्छा फुल स्क्रीन मैंने कर दिया, इसको मैंने क्रॉस कर दिया. अच्छा ये आ गया ना, ये सेटिंग. हाँ इसलिए मुझे ऑटो कंप्लीट को मैंने ऑफ कर दिया. डन. इज इट करेक्ट? Thank you. Yes. Now, students, you type this program and observe the output. अब ये सब आना शुरू हो गया. Yes. Execute this program and see what happens.
Now your mic is on.
Execute this program and observe the output. Why? Others should also do it. Now observe the output. Have you executed this program first? Because of this file you will be created. Then you will go to the file U and will write Hari Prasad into it. Have you done this? In the same window in which this GDB editor is running? Correct. Nilanjan, have you done this? Have you done this? Nilanjan, have you done this where my cursor is rotating? This portion. Try seek current also into this. Try seek current also into this. Yes. Because how the file will be created? You have to first create a file and write it to this. Now, try this also. Without typing this program, tell me the output. No, not always. Jan, not always. Till now, we have seen only one file. When we see more than one file, then 3 will not be used always. In the file, you write Hari Prasad. You write Hari Prasad in the file. This will make the file. Then you go to the file U and write Hari Prasad by hand. No. Do it now. That is correct. Gupta, correct. Because I am not able to differentiate between these two R's. Yes. Make it 5. To remove confusion,
Sir, here we were not doing k equal to L seek 3 5 seek current. So
because
how?
इसमें 5 पॉजिटिव था, इसमें कौन बोल रहा है? Because here 5 was a positive number. So when there is a positive number, 5 pointer moves automatically.
Okay,
When
sir.
there is a negative number, 5 pointer does not move. Only FP plus K is computed where K is negative. Is it correct? Here both the works are getting done. We could have done that
Okay,
method
sir.
also. Yes. Tell me the output of the program which I have written here. I have written some program on this screen. Don't execute it. Tell the output and afterwards you execute it. That is correct. Gupta, you are correct. After once you tell me and then you execute it and tell me the output. And if someone has got a Ubuntu system also, then you tell the output also. And the output in Ubuntu system and this GDB editor will be different. Nilanjan, at present I want your execution first. You execute it also, Nilanjan. But what is the last? In Ubuntu, last is something else. Is it correct? What is the last? Ubuntu last and this editor last are different. How to make it same? Yes, LSEEK is a low level and FSEEK is higher level. And what is the difference between low level and higher level? Mostly in terms of buffer, which we shall see. Buffer will be taught to you in great detail. Is it correct? Yes. We go for 5 minutes break and we shall be back in the 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you should be quite comfortable with executing these programs. Nilanjan, have you executed it? And tell me on which system you have executed it. On Unix, on Ubuntu, and points to the one position after the last character also. No. Nilanjan, I cannot expect you on Ubuntu. How you have made the file you? What is a read dot? It is not clear to me. That is correct. Okay. Now we start. Let us see. We have somehow made a file. You see, making files is sometimes not easy. To make a file, you have to take the help of this thing. Is it correct? You have to take the help of this thing. When we make this file, then where is the last? This position after the last letter is end. The end is at the position after last letter. This is not the last letter. End is this. What is the problem? So -4 position is U. -1 is P, -2 is this, -3 is this, -4 is this. Is it correct? So it will be going with respect to -4 with respect to last letter. Is this all right to you? Now, let us further proceed. Any doubt till now? Have you understood the concept of seek set, seek current and seek end? Any doubt? What is the doubt? A file T is opened. We are trying to print the fourth last letter of the file. What is the problem? Which seek set? You see, it will return the location of the fourth last letter. Now file pointer is taken to that location. What is the problem? No, K will store the file pointer corresponding to the fourth last letter, Roshan. Afterwards, reading is done. Reading is done. Afterwards, the file pointer is taken to the kth place. And the reading is done from the place of file pointer. What is the problem? First time LSEEK is required to get the value of the location of the fourth last letter. And second time it is required to move the file pointer. Because you see, when negative numbers are there in LSEEK, file pointer is not changed. What is your doubt? Yes, I will explain it. Reason is this. Yes. In seek set, file pointer is moved also. In seek current also it is moved, provided that positive argument is given. When positive argument is not given, then it does not move. Is this correct? Yes. What else is your doubt? Any doubt till now? Because secant will be mostly negative. Secant will be mostly negative and it will not move. Is it correct? Yes. Is your doubt clear? Oh, okay. Because why 2 times LCEQ is required? First time to get the position and the second time for the movement of file pointer. What else is your doubt? Now, let us see next. What will happen now? What does the read system calls do? What does the read system calls do? That's yes. After reading, file pointer is incremented. Is it correct? File pointer is automatically incremented after reading. Now, ask your more doubts. What does the read system calls return? Observe the output of this program. Good. From where you have read all these things, Pranav? From where you have read all these things? Correct. Now execute the output of this program. No. Nilanjan, you execute it. Do it for this also. Do it for D also. Execute it once more with D also. Yes. Students of non-mathematics, non-18 MA, I am sending a test paper to you. I have sent a test paper to students of non-18 MA students. The students of chemical engineering and industrial management engineering, type on the chart whether you have got the test paper. Right? Got it or not got it? Tanishq, Amik, Aditya Chawla, and Subhajit Bagh. Type in the chart whether you got the test paper or not. Aditya got it. I want from Aditya, Amik and Sobhajit. Amik, Sen, Sobhajit Bagh. Please tell whether you got the test paper. Sobhajit Bagh got it. Yes. So you students leave the chart, leave this MS Team and appear in the test paper. And 18 MA students will attend the lecture. Is it correct? Yes. Non-18 MA students, non-18 MA, please appear the test. Non-18 MA, if you have not got the test paper, take it from me. Send me a mail. Yes. Do test. And for 18 MA students, we shall be doing the meeting. Is it correct? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Who are? कौन हो?
Sir, Amandeep Rathi from 19 ME, sir.
19 ME तुम्हें टेस्ट पेपर नहीं मिला क्या?
सर टेस्ट पेपर मिल गया, बस ये पूछना था सर, सिस्टम लैब जो 2021 है उसी मेल आईडी पे अपना टेस्ट पेपर सबमिट करना है?
हाँ जी, नहीं उसमें नहीं करना है, जो हमने तो उसमें तो करना है, हमको करना है रिप्लाई के थ्रू टेस्ट पेपर सबमिट करना है, रिप्लाई टू मी.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
नेचुरली यस, मुझको रिप्लाई कर दो, ठीक है? यस, ठीक है?
यस सर. यस सर.
फाइन, डू इट. Now students of 18 MA, I am telling you few things. First of all, why the output is different on Unix, and if someone has a Unix, you can see this. In this case, the things will be different. Why? In this case, what is going to happen? Once we use this, what will be the value of M here? Why? In Unix, if someone has got a Unix or Linux, then you observe it. Let us see this. where is the end of the file? What is the region of the difference? We shall see to it. Can you show what is written in the file T? Yes, I am showing you what is written in the file T. File T is this. This is my file T. Is T. Fine. What will be the difference between Unix environment and Windows environment? You will see is in T. In this case, output will be -2 की जगह हम -3 कर देते हैं. चलो सीक एंड -3 कर देते हैं बिकॉज 2 में O आ रहा है. चलो 2 ही रहने देते हैं. आउटपुट इज O on GDB on Unix. I will write it at gedit. Once you are using gedit editor, then our output is not O, our output is P. There is a difference between these two. Why? When we try to write it in the file, we shall be typing it. Why? How we shall type it? We shall type it as gedit, and we shall type QWERTYUIOP. Afterwards, we shall be doing saving. We shall use Control S. We shall use Control S. So what happens? One more letter automatically comes after P without saying. That letter is not visible. Hence, because of this also some output comes. So our in GDB what happens? In GDB what happens? My file is this. My end pointer is here. This is my end pointer. This is my end pointer. Here is my end pointer. This is in GDB. Here. In Unix, when we use gedit, our file pointer is not here. Our file pointer and file point end is here. Do you understand the difference? This difference is not because of Unix. This difference is because of editors. Yes, you submit by reply. Submission will be done by the reply mail. Submit the answers by reply mail. Okay, I will send a mail. Answers will be submitted by reply mail. Correct. आदित्य ने बड़ा बढ़िया आंसर दिया है. Reply to the mail. Yes. Because when we try to, yes, that is correct. When we type Control S to save, then one extra character end of the line is automatically put, whose ASCII code is something. That is why the extra character is coming. We shall see how that extra character works. Is this all right? Is your doubt clear? We shall see to it. We shall see to it. Then it will become clear to you. Let us see this. No, it is percentage D. We want is ASCII code. We want is ASCII code. Let us see this. OPP. Next time P has come because the system call has failed. But in Unix, third time P will not be coming. Third time some letter with ASCII code 10 may come in Unix. In Unix, it may be different. The third time it will not come out as a P. It will come out with a letter with ASCII code 10. Is this thing clear to you? Any doubt? Any doubt? We have
So can you
opened
please
a file.
repeat how did that 112 and P come again and again?
Why? Because O you can understand. ASCII code of O is 111.
Yes, sir.
Next letter, because file pointer moves, so P comes, it becomes 112. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Third time the system call has failed, so the value of the M is unchanged. Do you
Okay, sir.
understand?
Yes,
Because
sir.
of this P is coming. Because if before that, if you would have put, if before that, if you would have put, let me tell you, if before each of these lines, if you write down M equal to K, here you write down M is equal to also K.
So it is basically unchanged because the system call
It is
failed.
basically remaining unchanged because the system call has failed, and you will see system call becoming fail. You try to print the value of C, that will be 0. Let us see this again. You see, it has remained unchanged and system call has failed. If by chance, if we would have printed the value of ABC also, Let us try to print the value of ABC also, and you see A and B will be coming out as 1 and 1, but the value of C will be coming out as 0 because the system call has failed, but not failed in some other manner. You see, value of A and B is 1, but value of C is 0 because system call has failed. Is this all right to you? Who was asking this question?
Sir Pranav. Yes, sir, it is all right.
It is clear to you? Yes. Now we come to something next. Why failed? Technically speaking, it is not failed. For the time being, it is failed because we have reached at the end of the file and there is nothing remaining in the file. Is it correct? We have reached at the end of the file, but there is nothing remaining in the file. That is why it has failed. But it is not failed. We shall differentiate between failed and other things. When it fails, we shall talk about it. Suppose we write it here. Here you see, value of B has come out to be -1. Reason? Here the system call has failed. We have closed the file and we are trying to read from the file. It is called the failure of a system call. When a system call fails, a negative number is returned. But when we try to read from a file which was already closed, then a negative number is returned. When we are trying to read from a file, when we are at the end of the file, then the system call does not fail. Is it correct? Then it says that the B could not read any letter. That is why it starts happening. Is this doubt clear to you? May I proceed?
Sir, can you show what line you wrote close?
Close. I wrote, yes, I will write it. Close 3. I wrote close 3. Is it correct?
Sir,
It
these
means that the
three
file has been closed.
these three is the
means first
same.
file open. This 3 means first file open.
Okay.
Yes. Because at present there is only one file, so we are writing 3. Later on we shall be opening multiple files, so we shall be writing 3, 4, 5 like that. Why close 3? Just for sake of learning. Close 3 means we have closed the file T. So no more reading from this can be done. That is why -1 is coming as the output. -1 is the value returned for the read. Any more doubt? Any doubt? And when we try to read from a file, when our file pointer has reached the end, then the system call doesn't fail. Reading is not done. And the value returned by the read is 0. Means 0 letter read. What is your doubt now? What is your doubt now? In Unix and gedit also, we will get the same output as we are getting in this, provided that we make our file by the following technique. We have made this file. We were making our file by hand. If we make our file by this technique, if we make the file by this, because when we try to make a file by hand, then an extra character comes. But when we make a file by an automatic method, that extra character does not come and things become identical. Any doubt till now? Then we shall further proceed and we shall see how to write something after the end of the file. We shall study that method. We shall see to it. Because you see, when we try to save the file, to make a extra letter which is a marker for end of the line or end of the string comes. Is it correct? Yes. On some editors it comes. Observe this. Observe the output of this program and see what are you getting. Write me the output of this. What output you are getting for this particular program? Yes. Now ask your doubts. Please ask your doubts. These are not dots. These are not dots. Let us see what are these. These are some letters with ASCII code 0. They are null characters. Is it correct? Gyan, they are not dots. They are null characters. That is why you see their ASCII codes are coming out as zeros. Is your doubt clear? These are the null characters with ASCII code 0. Fine. You see this particular program.
Sir, in the previous program, why Z was getting printed?
It was not getting print. Dot was coming out. Where was Z? Z was not there.
Sir, when I was running, it was printing Z.
Okay, you type your program in the chat, then I will see to it. Is it correct?
Okay. Sir, in your program also, I can see that it is printing N, but N is also not there.
You see, write 3M, write 3M is coming. You see? Can you see this?
Okay.
Write 3M? Because of this M is getting written. You see, previously, you see, let us see. I am making this file by hand. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Now I am executing this main program. QWERT P is written in the beginning. Then at the 14th position, M is written. You see? Can you see this?
Okay. In my case, the initial input means the T file was not initially
Let us see. What happens when initial input doesn't exist or initial input is very small? Suppose initial input is only ABCD. Then what happens? Let us execute it. You see, dot, dot, dot is coming, not Z is coming, because first 10 letters were QWERT up to P. Afterwards, at the 14th place, we were trying to write down M. So, initial file length was 10. Because of writing M, file length has extended to 14 or 15. In between letters were written as a null character. Is this all right? Is your doubt clear?
Yes. Yes, sir. But in my case, it is printing Z.
What is the name of the editor?
VS Code.
No, it is not GDB editor, no?
No, sir. In Ubuntu, I am executing.
Ubuntu also, it doesn't come out to be Z. It comes out as a control character. It comes like control Q or something of this time. It comes.
Okay.
For the text,
I am not saying Z is not printed in the Z is not written in the file, but when I am outputting, like when you are outputting A as %C and %D, then one time Z is coming and another time 122 is coming.
The reason is this. Let me see why Z is coming and 122 is coming. Let us see. Because of this, the system call may be failing. No, that may not be the case also. Let me run this. 15.0 is coming. I can understand. 0 is the ASCII code of this. Suppose the initial value of A is, no, Z will not come. Initial value of A is equal to character K. Maybe that the system call is failing. Let us see what happens. No.
Sir, I have tested my program. Can you run it? There are some changes, like you are LSEC, you are doing LSEC 3,13, but I have done 9, which you have.
Let
Which
us
you
see,
did.
let us see, let us see. राइट 3 हो गया, LSEC 14 हो गया, राइट LSEC I हो गया, प्रिंट हो गया. इज इट करेक्ट? LSEC 3C नहीं, इसमें तो जड़ का सवाल ही नहीं उठता. इज इट करेक्ट? ओपन राइट 3, because you see here you have only written for writing mode. You have no authority to read, and we are trying to read. System call is failing, so some garbage letter has to come, because you have opened the file only for the writing purposes.
Oh, okay, sir. Understood.
Understood it? Yes. Good thing that you have observed it. Is this all right? Yes. Now, let us further proceed. Can you write a you ask your doubts if you have any doubt. Ask your doubts. R is for reading. You should not ask this question. R is for reading purposes, and R plus means reading, writing both. Is it correct? This is a first year thing which is taught. It has nothing to do with the operating system. At the low level, R means operation read only, W means operation write only, and R plus means operation read write both. Is it correct? Yes. Any more doubt? Any more doubt? Now, write a program to replace fourth letter of a file by fifth letter. Can you write a program? All these things are available to you here. Write a program to replace the fourth letter by fifth letter.
Sir, fourth means in zero indexing it is fourth.
अरे इससे कोई इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ता. वैसे हम सारी चीज जीरो इंडेक्सिंग से कर रहे हैं, तो ये डाउटफुल है, तुम कुछ भी ले सकते हो. इज इट करेक्ट? ठीक है.
Okay, sir.
जब यहाँ सारी चीज जीरो इंडेक्सिंग से कर रहे हैं, तो जीरो इंडेक्सिंग से ले लो. A little bit more hint has been given in this context. Can you do it, Pranav, by using seek current? Pranav, anyway, I want to record your roll number. You did it first. Type your roll number and then try to do it by using seek current. Roll number, Pranav. 40 or what? 33, yes.
So without using any seek set or what?
ना सीक सेट तो यूज करना ही पड़ेगा क्योंकि सीक करंट में भी तुम्हें सीक सेट यूज करना पड़ेगा. इज इट करेक्ट?
Yes.
उसमें तुम बच ही नहीं सकते. हम जानना चाहते हैं कि सीक करंट से तुम कितना सीक माइनस करते हो, ये देखना चाहते हैं तुम्हारी
अच्छा,
नॉलेज के लिए. ठीक है? यस
Okay.
यस. Time up. Class is over. And any other discussion can be done. Gyan. Good thing. Gyan has written, but time was over, so I am not recording the roll number. No, it will not, Pranav, it will not be -1, it will be -2. Aditya, it will be -2. Yes, because one file pointer will automatically be advanced by one place. File pointer will automatically. Nilanjan has written it correctly. Is it correct? -2. Okay. Class is over. Yes. Any discussion of academic or non-academic nature can be done. That is correct. Correct. Yes. Class is over. Any person want to discuss anything? Anything? Any person want to discuss anything?
Sir,
हाँ बताओ।
sir, can you check have you received my email?
ओके मैं अभी चेक करता हूँ,
हाँ
अभी मैं तुम्हारी चेक करता हूँ, एक मिनट। इनबॉक्स में तुम्हारे पास खुद ही स्क्रीन दिख रहा होगा, क्या नाम है तुम्हारा?
जीवेश, जीवेश, JEESH।
देखो आया इसमें
हाँ सर,
जे
ये
डबल ई जवेश महाजन ना,
हाँ ये सर।
बस आ गया तुम्हारा। और
ओके
बताओ,
सर।
तुम
हाँ सर,
थ्योरी में भी
क्योंकि
हो, तुम थ्योरी
हाँ
में भी हो,
यस
हैं?
सर, यस
तुम्हारा
सर।
थ्योरी में टेस्ट हो गया?
हाँ नो सर, अभी तक नहीं हुआ।
अभी नहीं होगा, होगा, ठीक है,
ओके सर।
लेंगे टाइम, ठीक है, यस।
ओके
कब ले
सर।
लेंगे?
सर
फ्राइडे को ले ले तो ज्यादा लोड पड़ जाएगा ना,
हाँ ये सर नेक्स्ट वीक
क्योंकि जो
हो
है
जाए।
इस वीक में दो टेस्ट हो जाएंगे ना, इसलिए
हाँ
नेक्स्ट वीक ले लेंगे, इज इट करेक्ट?
ओके सर।
और
सर
इस टेस्ट के बारे में अगर खराब भी हुआ है तो चिंता मत करना, हम इसका मेकअप देंगे, इज इट करेक्ट?
हाँ सर, खराब तो नहीं सर, मैंने हुआ क्या था सर, शायद 2 बार ईमेल चला गया होगा, एक
कोई बात नहीं,
453
दो की जगह 5, हम पहली
पे।
वाला रख लेंगे, दूसरे वाले को डिलीट कर देंगे,
हाँ हाँ सर ठीक है।
बस ठीक है, खत्म हो गई बात। हम सेकंड वाला नहीं रखेंगे, हम फर्स्ट वाला रखेंगे।
हाँ हाँ सर, वो 453 पे भेज दिया था।
बहुत अच्छी बात है, और बताओ।
बस कुछ नहीं।
ठीक है, वैसे तुम लोगों को जो क्लास में पढ़ा रहे हैं थ्योरी में या लैब में, समझ में आ रहा है?
हाँ ये सर थ्योरी वाला तो पूरा आ रहा है सर, लैब का थोड़ा सा मतलब पीछे
तुम
चल रहे
हमसे
हैं हम।
सैटरडे संडे को मेल कर दिया करो, हम तुम्हें एक्स्ट्रा टाइम दे देंगे,
ओके सर।
और या तुम अपने डाउट्स मेल पे भेज दिया करो मुझको, ठीक है?
ओके सर, यस सर।
ठीक है, ओके। और कुछ पूछना है? नहीं पूछना?
नो सर, थैंक यू सर।
जाओ जाओ।